This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. They're compatible with TCG Live as well, and they literally have everything. Use the coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% off on everything on the website. This video is also sponsored by CardsMarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can use the referral name ZapDoesTCG when creating an account. Also, this video is sponsored by YourPlaymat.com, the best website to create your own unique custom playmat from scratch. They ship worldwide and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. How cool is that? Last but not least, this video is sponsored by DragonShield.com, the best website to, of course, buy accessories. They have sleeves, they have binders, they literally have everything you want to start playing competitively. Or, if you're a collector, you can also get some fresh looking clear fit sleeves. They have everything. Check the link down below, of course, the affiliated link, and you're going to be helping out the channel so much. Thanks for sticking around with the commercials, and I'll see you guys shortly. Peace. What's up YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here, and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure you are subscribed so you don't ever miss a single upload. Today we're going to be taking a look at Malamar VMAX. Yeah, that's right, a VMAX card that's finally seeing some significant amount of play. This is the second place winning list by Tommy B89 from the Liga Enters Season 1. Number 6, yeah, that's quite the mouthful, but Malamar VMAX is here, and we're going to be pairing it up, of course, with none other than Arceus VSTAR, seeing play almost everywhere. We've seen it partnering her up with Inteleon, we've seen Arceus working out with Duraludon, we see Arceus working out with even stuff like Dhelmise. It is just a fantastic card all around, and now we're going to be pairing it up with Malamar. Malamar has the Max Jammer, 180 damage, and you can actually, the opponent reveals their hand, and you can select one card you find there to put them on the bottom of the deck. So get their research to the bottom of the deck, get their counter card on the bottom of the deck. It's going to be fantastic to, of course, slow the opponent down. And we're going to be trying this list out. On top of this, we also have some nasty Fan of Wave action going around to get rid of the special energies. And there's also, of course, Arceus by itself being able to slap huge damage with the Trinity Nova to set Max Malamar up. So this is the big Malamar, not Rapid Strike Malamar. So we're going to be trying this list out. You can also accelerate energies to the Moltres, which is very good against Mew VMAX as well, or just set up a Hoopa, which can take care of Urshifus. Very cool to see. There's a mana fee to protect your bench, so that's pretty interesting. I don't know why you would need that. Maybe you want to protect yourself against stuff like Jolteon, even though this list lost against Jolteon in the finals. What else can we see is that they are running Raihan, so if you don't get all the energies on, you can get a Moltres up in one turn, thanks to utilizing Dire Flame Wings, Raihan, and the attach of the turn. So there's also access to Shopping Center to flip-flop between Air Balloon or Choice Belt to dish more damage, and you of course can heal a Malamar VMAX instantly by discarding it utilizing the Collapse Stadium. So we're going to be trying this list out. I don't see Path to the Peak here. I think Path to the Peak Malamar VMAX is also quite a nasty combo, but we're going to be trying this list out. If you guys are hyped for this list today, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Only takes one tiny second of your time and helps out the channel tremendously. So let's see if we're going to be able to get some W's with Malamar VMAX of all things. People thought that the card was bad. Did see some niche play with Weavile GX back in the day, but now maybe it's the time for Malamar VMAX to finally shine. As you can see, we're playing a lot of Darkness Pokemon in our list, and for good reason, because Mew VMAX won the Brisbane Regionals, and that means that Mew VMAX is going to be more popular than ever before. Okay, we start off with Arceus. I'm also very interested to see in this list. I don't think it's going to be helping out too much here, but there's only 3 double turbo energies in here, so going first is definitely an advantage in a list like this. And we are up against Mew VMAX. Why? Of course. Why couldn't it not be? So Mew VMAX is everywhere, as I was saying, so it only makes sense. We're going to be slapping down Arceus on top and just hope we don't get bopped by Malamar turn 1. It does make it more difficult for the opponent to knock out an Arceus with 220 HP. We're also running the Raihan, so we have Malamar. We have Collapse Stadium. We can go for Quick Ball, get rid of the Marnie. So this is actually turning out pretty okay. I'm actually going to set ourselves up with another Arceus, because that's going to be helping us out to go for Arceus VSTAR and get the Raihan is priced. Okay, that's a little bit tricky. I would appreciate a Raihan right at this point, but it's okay. And Crobat time. Let's go. Chuck, 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 chuck. We have Malamar VMAX. We can Ultra Ball, get an energy to the Moltres already. So we have both ways to go about it. Okay, I guess that's the plan, right? We also have Fan of Waves. Could be pretty interesting to slow the opponent down a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna be going for Ultra Ball. Getting rid of this. Probably getting rid of the Malamar VMAX, because I think the Fan of Waves is more impactful. Malamar VMAX does have more survivability though. Hard choices. Hard choices. I think I'll get rid of Malamar VMAX because we do have another one still left in the deck. So, Ultra Ball. Might as well get the Arceus VSTAR so we can get whatever we want, which is super, super awesome. We're going to be utilizing the Dire Flame Wings. And I'm actually going to be attaching to the one on the bench, because if this guy goes down, we can still attack with Arceus VSTAR, get that double turbo, boss something up while getting the choice belt as well. So I'm okay with this scenario, for sure. Let's see here. What are they gonna be bringing to the table? I'm so sad that the Raihan is priced. They instantly overlap the Collapse Stadium, which could help out. They do start with Genesect, their least preferred starting Pokemon, so maybe we're in luck and they don't get the first turn Meloetta, so now we're putting them on the clock. They need Meloetta, Alessa Sparkle, Fusion Energy Attachment of turn, and a Power Tablet. If they don't get it, we are in a good situation. We do have 220 HP. We can, of course, give them this Arceus as well. If they go for Escape Rope, might as well give them the Moltres. Might even be a better idea. We'll see. They get out the Mews, they get out the Meloetta, so they're playing some sort of basic Psychic Energies, seeing as they're playing the Fog Crystal, so they're not playing the exact same list like Natalie. And Natalie won the first regionals that has happened in over 2 years, so very glad to see that. We do have access to the Fan of Waves, so we could potentially get rid of a Fusion Energy while KOing a Mew, so that forces them into another manual attachment onto... If they go for, like, let's say Alessa Sparkle and they get an energy onto Meloetta and to a Mew, maybe this list is only playing one double turbo energy. That could be the case. We'll see. They would still need Switch as well, so they have to draw insanely well to pull this off. If not, this dark version of Arceus VSTAR is going to be coming out on top. Okay, they don't have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we top deck the Air Balloon. We have the Fan of Waves. We have the Arceus VSTAR. We can draw 2 cards with the Rose Tower. We have a Research on top, but I would prefer to... Now, in this situation, it doesn't matter. We just bomb this Genesect, right? I guess so. So we're going to be going for Research. The hand is bad regardless, and the draw power will be even worse. So let's go for this. There's that Malamar VMAX action. We have Collapse Stadium, which we could force down here as well. Let's see. We're going to be utilizing the Collapse Stadium, so they're not able to bench more Pokemon. Okay, we have Ordinary Rod, so we potentially can get out another Malamar VMAX. That could have been a thing, but let's just retreat here. Bring out the good stuff. Star Birth. What would we need? Of course, the double turbo energy and the choice belt in order for us to finally knock out a Genesect, set up some dark attackers while we're at it, and there's not a lot they will be able to do against that. Look at that. Here we freaking go. Trinity Nova taking our first 2 prize cards, and triple energies coming down on the field. I think Malamar VMAX is now a very great attacker to knock out either the Meloetta and just make sure the opponent doesn't have anything. That's what I said, like, if you can get this off, if you survive the first Meloetta turn, you're going to be golden. We're probably going to be trying and gusting up some more 2-prizers. They could come with Meloetta, but then they would need Alessa Sparkle, Choice Belt, Power Tablet, Fusion Energy of the turn. That's way too much to ask for. So I love the Fan of Waves include in here. And definitely with only 1 Genesect on the field, it's going to be very hard to, of course, pull this off. They're in a dire situation. They could also be having access to, like, Boss, Battle VIP, and no way to just discard some stuff. Okay, they have the Mew VMAX. Are they going to be attacking with that? Yes, they do get the double turbo, so they might potentially gust up Moltres. Okay, we do have Air Balloon. It's not a big issue right here. And then a Power Tablet as well. Okay, they can knock it out. Now we're going to be utilizing the the Malamar here. So they have 3 Power Tablets left and some Choice Belts. So potentially they can one-shot the Malamar VMAX, which we don't care about because they still have stuff like Genesect that we can KO with Arceus. And they have not slapped down Lucario quite yet, which is good news for us. Yeah, we can also still boss the Meloetta as well. So it's a good scenario. As soon as this guy goes down, we're going to be slapping down Moltres. And now that Collapse Stadium is gone, we can also utilize the Lumineon in the list to fetch boss in the late phases of the game. Okay, it's time to max jam the opponent. First of all, this. Let's see, we can go for Dire Flame Wings. Do we need anything else? Probably not. We're just going to be attaching of the turn. Yeah, might as well attach of the turn here and just go for this Air Balloon. If he wants to try and trap us, that's not going to work. Research. And I'm wondering what they have in hand. What could they possibly have? And this also makes ourselves a little bit more tanky. We have the Quick Ball for balls. We even have Balsasaurus in hand in the first place. So Max Jammer, we knock out Mew VMAX instantly. And now we can put a card on the bottom of the deck. This is a very clunky hand. They're not able to draw a lot of cards, although they do have double Quick Ball. They do already have 2 Power Tablets. I'm actually going to be putting down the Quick Ball because their hand is a little bit sloppy, I would say. They could instantly play down all these tablets though, so maybe... I will put down the bosses. Nah, the Power Tablet, right? Makes the most sense. So they don't one-hit KO the Malamar, even though if they would do that, we are not in big trouble. So you can actually put something on the bottom of the deck that you don't want to be facing off against. And if they have to rely on a lesser Sparkle, here's the Raihan. This is an emergency situations where they do get the first turn Meloetta donk off. But now we don't have to worry about that aspect in the first place. Okay, they were very scared of the Moltres, and they knocked it out with Balsasaurus, but as soon as they did that, another one came out of nowhere. There's Genesect. Yeah, that's the last Genesect out of the bunch. They already have 2 Balsasaurus in the discard pile, so they're all in the discard pile unless they're playing Palpat. We should be out of the woodworks. I know the Power Tablet. They would still need a lot of Power Tablets and a lesser Sparkle and Choice Belt to knock out Malamar VMAX. Okay, they have the Palpat. Makes sense. What else can we do? We have so many tanky Pokemon. The only cards they can actually physically easily KO is Crobat and Moltres. And the cool thing is that a Mew VMAX list is not running Marnie most of the time, maybe just a one-off, but if they use Marnie they cannot attack because they attach the fusion energy, and that means we can now simply get Lumineon and Balls, but we don't even need to do it because we have Balls in the first place. Look at this strong Malamar VMAX list, right? Chromatic, get aheads, doesn't matter. Oh, cool looking Raikou coin, by the way. You have to give some shout out to that cool Raikou coin. Love that. Okay, Alessa Sparkle is here. As soon as Malamar goes down, Moltres attacks. So there's literally no way they can win. They can, like, not even Psychic Leap could save him. Switch. Yeah, in the worst case scenario, they knock it out and Moltres knocks out Mew VMAX. What can they do? Psychic Leap and give us Genesect? Melodious Echo. 270. Strong attack. Well played. Malamar! Attack! What can we put on the bottom? We already won, but I would have put an energy, so they don't have any energies to attack. And that's what it is. You can just make sure the opponent doesn't have what they need with the Malamar VMAX. I love playing with this list. It works out pretty well. Definitely if you're seeing if you're expecting a ton of Mew, this is a list for you. Because of the fact you have so many dark type attackers, there's Moltres, Hoopa, Malamar. The only thing you have to worry about is surviving the first turn Meloetta donk. And even then, if Raihan is in the list, you can still do a lot of stuff. Okay, let's try it out again. Tails never fails. We keep on winning the coin flip because, yeah, we're playing some sort of a Mally list. That's what it is. Okay, we start with nothing. And the opponent also didn't get anything. So we are in mulligan territory. Let's see what we get now. Starting with that beautiful Arceus. I like that. I did not see what the opponent was playing, but I was a little bit too fast. Doesn't matter. I want to be going into this matchup blindly. Promote Arceus. So they have an active Pokemon. Okay, that is definitely interesting. Slapping on the Arceus. We can already Ultra Ball away the energy, so we can Dire Flame Wings. Depends on the matchup, right? Oof. Minccino. Minccino seems scary. Yeah. Attachment onto Arceus. Okay. What else? I don't know what. I think there's gonna be one prize Rapid Strike Mally or Durant. As long as I don't know what I'm playing against, I'm not gonna be overbenching my stuff. That is the main thing you have to notice when you're playing. This could either be Durant, Malamar, or a one prize Rogue Wormadam list. So I'm already knowing like the complete format, so don't overbank. Even though I could have played Crobat easily, we have that Arceus and the first turn attachment, so I'm already golden. For all we know, they could have me like Zapdos, Galarian Moltres, E-Switch, attach of the turn, retreat. Okay, Sonya, and then bump our Arceus because we have too many V Pokemon down. That's something you don't want to see. So it's better to wait until you know what you're up against. Sonya, strange. I'm expecting some Wormadam shenanigans. For sure. Otherwise, it would have been a Brawly. So we're not up against Rapid Strike Malamar. That brings me definitely some comfort. No Malamar, no issues. We have the Marnie in hand, so if we bump the Minccino and Marnie, they will have a very difficult time ahead of them. Although I would love to use Trinity Charge onto Malamar because Max Jammer and the one prize. Oof. Yeah, this is the Zapdos. We're gonna have to boss this now. Although they only have one energy on it. Call for family. Only one end. Do you have E-switches? If they are not playing E-switches, I don't mind this Zapdos. This Zapdos only slaps 70, so. Oh yeah, with one activation they could get out Galarian Sirfetch'd, right? That was the card. We will hunt down that Zapdos right now. Now that we know what we're up against, we're gonna have to give up on research and Moltres, sure. We're gonna get our good friend Arceus VSTAR out of the list. We have Fan of Waves, which is totally useless in this matchup. 3 bosses orders in the deck, so that's nice, and the double turbo is also in there. Let's go. I wonder if they're playing the Zapdos, the scary Zapdos, only requiring 1 energy. I think they are, so we don't have to overbench our V Pokemon here. Marnie seems good. There is the double turbo energy. We don't actually need to utilize the Star Birth quite yet. We can of course use Ultra Ball, getting rid of the switch and the energy, and get the Max Jammer Malamar out of the list. I don't think we're gonna be... We did use Marnie. Maybe the Bossasaurus would have been better. Depends on what we can expect here. In that situation, I think I'll go for Star Birth. Get... Boss. I don't know if we will need Bossasaurus here. Yeah, maybe Bossasaurus, getting rid of the threats while they're preparing themselves. Malamar VMAX and Crobat is also not a bad idea, although they might run Boss's orders. Huh. Max Jammer can also make sure we can knock out Sirfetch'd with a Choice Belt. Yeah, Let's take these. I think if Sirfetch'd ever comes to party with Mali, this is going to be quite intense. Okay, I don't know if it will work, but let's go for it. Might as well slap down Collapse Stadium so they can not overbench. Let's go. Trinity, freaking... They can also, like... I'm gonna leave this Choice Belt in hand. They might not expect it. Because you don't need to show what you get with Starbirth, which is super nice. Here we go. Hope for the best. Even though they can take a 2-prizer on Arceus VSTAR with Sirfetch'd, we can then knock out the Sirfetch'd. We get Choice Belt from the prize cards. Why did I get this? Why? They have free retreat though. They cannot slap down more Pokemon, so it's either gonna have to be slapping down Sirfetch'd. We did Marnie them to a low hand size. They only have 2 Chinchinos Ultra Ball. Pretty interesting. So the 1-prize Moltres also very useful against Mew VMAX. I think I will retreat our Arceus VSTAR and utilize Max Jammer here. I would be surprised if they have everything, right? So they need Sirfetch'd and another Zapdos to slap it down to get more energies, but they have the Collapse Stadium issue. They would need to overlap that stadium as well, so I think we're safe. 1 Chinchino, 3 cards in hand. They're probably gonna retreat to Snorlax. Maybe we should have gotten that Bossasaurus, but I didn't know if they would play a counter stadium, then Zapdos, more energies in play, Sirfetch'd, boom. We only have 2 V Pokemon as well, so Galarian Zapdos V is also not a threat. And as soon as we get the Max Jammer, we can slow this opponent down quite immensely. So Research, are they playing a counter stadium? They have Chinchino and already used Research, so I would love to just top deck Lumineon or Quick Ball, so we can, or even Ultra Ball for that matter, so we can get a Marnie set off again. Marnie with Max Jammer is brutal. Or a Boss's Orders to knock out the Zapdos. Either one of those would work for me. This list is also not running Charin Scare and no Big Charms either, so only 2 copies of Switch and we already utilized one, so we might as well get paralyzed with the Galarian Zapdos here as well. You don't know. Okay, they have a counter stadium. Now they would need a Galarian Zapdos, 2 basic, at least 1. Okay, they slapped down a Minchino. Getting the Darkness energy from the training card. We can also do that, by the way. Oh, wow. Lots of energies coming into play. And they're giving the Snorlax. Okay, that makes sense. Does make sense. Is Malamar weak to fighting? No, it's weak to grass. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Time for some training court action. We're going to be giving the energy to Arceus so we can retreat with it. 2 darkness energies go away because we can get them back with the training cord that the opponent has. So we can knock out this Galarian Zapdos, or we can get rid of the draw engine entirely. Am I afraid of Galarian Sirfetch'd? Probably not. Is Galarian Sirfetch'd having 220 HP though? I think it has 210, right? Yeah, 210 here. Unless they have Stone Fighting Energies or Big Charms, we should not worry about that coming into play. So these fellas can just chill out. I'm actually just going to boss up the Chinchino with the energy. Although the energy being in play is pretty interesting. That means it's not in the discard pile, so things like Clara could not work. But yeah, let's just remove. Oh, they have Training Cord as well, so I'm actually just going to go after this one. And we're going to be going for a Max Jammer here. Getting rid of the draw engine is super impactful. So what could they possibly do? They have another Chinchino, they have a Boss, they have a Marnie, they have Research. But with this situation going around, I don't want him getting more cards with the Chinchino. Maybe the Research, so they Marnie us. Yeah, the Research on the bottom of the deck makes sense. They could Boss us all we want, but this is okay. Alright, what do we get? It's a Marnie ourselves! No! Why? Every single time I'm trying to max jam, I get some stuff on the prize cards that I want to do an initial process of this situation. Okay, fine. They have 2 Chinchinos now, unfortunately, but they had, of course, access to lava balls as well, so they probably would have gotten it. Give me that Sirfetch'd. So we can KO it for 2 prize cards. We have the choice belt ready. 210 max jamming. I love playing with Malamar. Malamar VMAX, just slowing the opponent down with the max jammer. Here it comes, Sirfetch'd. 210 HP. Absorb all the energies and they're gone in one complete swoop. We can get then an energy back from the discard pile, set up Arceus, and we should be winning the game from there on because there's no way he can one-shot Malamar VMAX. Yeah, the list looks pretty good. Even against these rogue decks. Of course, they have the type advantage to knock out Arceus with the Sirfetch'd. Okay, they boss. They're gonna go for the KO here. Alright. That makes it pretty damn interesting. That is pretty good. Well done. Little does he know that we were 2 steps ahead. As soon as we used Star Birth, we were already preparing for this move. Okay, let's use Ordinary Rot. We're gonna be shuffling the Pokemon back. We're gonna be getting back Arceus and Moltres because they seem pretty strong to me. Then let's equip the Choice Belt and Marnie time. Ta-ta! Okay, we have a Quick Ball. That means we can get a Pokemon up in play. Quick Ball. The Manaphy. Is there still an energy in our discard pile? There's still 2 of them. Well, the choice is obvious. It's gonna have to be Moltres. Moltres. Dire Flame Wings. We can use Training Court to get it back as well. Yeah. This is gonna be our other attacker. Let's go. Max Jammer. This one gets knocked out and we make sure that the opponent does not get Clara because I don't want a Moltres coming our way. They could research all they want. 2 prize cards. You didn't expect that, did ya? Okay, we're good. We have 2 attackers. They still need to take 4 freaking prize cards and they can never one-shot the Malamar VMAX, so I think they're in trouble. They're in a huge amount of trouble. Also, these Zapdos with no energies are still in place, so they would need to scoop them up in order to utilize them again. But with their current hand, that's not possible. Although they could still use Training Court, scoop up a Zapdos, slap down 1 energy, but that's not gonna get them too far. Although they could still Chinchino first. So how you guys are feeling about Arceus with Malamar? I personally think it's a strong pick right now, with all these Mew VMAXs running around. And also against decks, for instance, if you're up against, I would say Gengar. Gengar sometimes has consistency issues. If you can max jammer their consistency cards from hand, they might actually be sweating. Okay. They're gonna be going for a big research. But with the big research, are they gonna have enough? Sirfetch'd. Research, okay. They're thinning out their deck completely, trying to find Galarian Moltres and some Darkness energies. I'm glad that this one is still equipped to the Chinchino. That was the better move out of the bunch. And both of our Pokemon are weak to grass, so I'm actually glad that Pokemon shifted the fighting type weakness for certain dark Pokemon to grass. Because that is a little bit more healthy in this time and age with lots of Pokemon being weak to fighting. You don't want to have the same weakness like an Arceus, right? That's something you don't want. So we're facing off against maybe an attack from Galarian Moltres for 240 at best. Or an attack from, I don't know, Hoopa's in the discard pile, I don't know. I think we've already got this in the bag. There's no way they can win. Unless I'm forgetting something. Yeah, the choice belt on Malamar is very good. That means you can KO 2 prize bench hitters, while of course jamming the opponent from getting what they want. And that's pretty crucial. Boss's Orders goes away, probably not useful anymore. I think they're all out of boss now. They were able to gust up the Arceus, which was bad, but reasonable. Maybe they're playing a one-off Galarian Zigzagoon, so maybe they can get to 310 by utilizing a choice belt onto a Galarian Moltres. With the Malevolent Charge, they of course been able to get the energies in play. And the Moltres can slap for 300 with choice belt, and then yeah, that's what it's. That's what I said. That's like very crazy scenarios, but we got another W. Is this the better Arceus VSTAR build? Are you a bigger fan of Arceus Ice Rider, Arceus Dalmice, Arceus Rayquaza, Arceus Enteleon? You can just play Arceus with anything. Any VMAX, Arceus Stonejourner. I've seen the weirdest things. Arceus Duraludon, still very popular, but getting hard checked by the Echoing Horn and a lot of these Mew VMAX decks. So yeah, that's two very convincing victories for Malamar VMAX. Now we're up against fighting. That means Hoopa will have to showcase itself in this battle, as well as Manaphy to protect the bench. If we're up against Rapid Strike Urshifu, that is. Okay, we're a little bit exposed because they see double turbo, so they're instantly saying, ah, this guy is playing Arceus, right? Of course he is. Of course, luckily we go first. We can get Arceus with an energy. That's always the best thing ever. We have Manaphy. We also go first, which is a huge bonus. Sobble, and we have a research. Well. I will just simply attach here. Might as well slap down my Manaphy. I don't know. They could still Marnie us into nothing. They could Marnie us into nothing. So I think I'll just go for Collapse Stadium and just roll with it. Yes. I think we're up against Rapid Strike Urshifu. Is that an over-prediction? I see Sobble and a fighting deck box. Yeah, fighting type energy. Keep calling. It could also be some sort of Donphan Inteleon list. I've seen that popping around here and there. Luckily we have Switch in hand, so this doesn't bother me too much. Okay. Triple. Oh, it is Urshifu. Well, you want to see what I do against Urshifus? I'll show ya. Here comes Arceus. Next up, Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of Moltres. Let's get rid of an energy. Could also get rid of a research, by the way. Well, we need double turbo, choice belt, and boss. Wait a minute. We need double turbo, choice belt, and boss. That's a little bit harsh, right? That's a little bit much. Yeah, I guess we're gonna be bumping this one and trying to get out. Let's see here. We still have quick balls, right? Can get Crobat up on board as well. Hoopa is in the list. Super useful. We're not going to be bossing, unfortunately, but we will, of course, try to set up the Hoopa. It's only a 2-prizer, so it does make sense. So we find the double turbo. Super nice. We find the Ultra Ball. We're going to be getting rid of the double turbo. Yeah, no longer need that. Let's get rid of Marnie as well. Or maybe another Arceus. Not useful anymore in this battle. Let's get our good friend Hoopa out of the list. There's still enough darkness energies in there. That's super nice. I wonder if they will be able to... if they don't attack, that's going to be bad for them. So, yeah, seemed okay to me. I think our Arceus will go down, so we might as well Star Birth. Yeah, we might as well Star Birth and get Malamar VMAX thrown up in the mix. And Moltres? We still have Collapse Stadium to discard some. Do we get the Moltres? Moltres can set itself up as well. We have one energy switch in here too. Maybe we get the boss's orders. Too many things to think about. Let's just get these. Okay. Slap down the Mally. Slap down the Moltres. Get the energy. Here we go. Trinity Nova. We do have an energy in hand, so that makes it pretty easy. Triple energies. 1, 2, and 3. The Malamar is also super interesting because they need to two-shot it and we can jam them. And we have E-Switch. Quick Ball Dominion plays are possible if he ever knocks us out. Also, Manaphy, the star of the show, finally sees play in a deck like this. Yeah, we can get room for Luminion, that's good. And we have 3 attackers. We actually technically have 4 attackers now in this matchup. Don't know if we will ever utilize all of them, but it looks pretty strong. We also don't have a second copy of Hoopa. They would need everything right now. They need... And yeah, Hoopa needs to get two-shotted because of Manaphy protecting it, so it doesn't look good for Urshifu. Let's be honest. It doesn't look good. And then my game plan is actually attaching of the turn to Hoopa, E-switching to the Malamar. If this guy goes down, Dire Flame Wings. That's what it could be. They could still boss trap us or something. But that what's that gonna change, right? Urshifu VMAX in town, a 3-prize Pokemon that we can easily take down. With Hoopa. Here he comes, Gale Trust. No other Urshi in play. They would need definitely another Urshi in play to stand a chance. They might still win by Quick Shoot, Scoopa, Galarian Zigzagoon, and then Medicham Yoga Loop. So they can attack twice, which is busted. And even then, I don't know if it's gonna be working out. 3 prize cards, yeah, maybe. Okay, here he is. And a research, okay. Marnie Max Jammer seems nice. Definitely with 2 Drizzles already in play, but they have another Sobble, so that probably would not change a thing. At least they're not using Ball, so Hoopa can just go rampant. Because we're both Darkness and Psychic type. Here we go. Hoopa in play. Attach of the turn. Dire Flame Wings could be nice. Quick Ball. Research. We have Luminions, we have all these answers, but I actually don't want to be seeing Arceus this time around. We're gonna be going for, yeah, classical Marnie. Marnieing the opponent to a low hand size to slow down their options. We also have the shopping center. The Dire Flame Wings on top of it. And 3 prize cards for us with the Shadow Impact. Bam! And we're going to be putting 3 damage counters onto Galarian Moltres. Because I want to save my Malamar from some crazy place. Air Balloon. Energy. And Energy Switch! Yes! There we go. We can E-switch and attack with Mally. Or we can just obliterate another Urshifu, because he's never going to be able to one-shot us, right? He's capping at... He could have done that if he was able to touch the bench. What would Manaphy? It's impossible. So what could he do? He would need to quick shoot, Galarian Zigzag, Scoopa, I don't know. Yeah, Quick Shoot, Galarian Zigzag, and then Medicham. After being Marnied. After already playing 2 Quick Balls down. You do have access to the Drizzle. So now we've seen everything in the deck, right? Moltres, Hoopa, Manaphy protecting the bench, Malamar VMAX in the first couple of games, Arceus being as consistent as ever. I'm loving the list. Loving the list. Big shout out again to Tommy B89. Okay, we are getting Marnied. A little bit bad because we had access to the energy switch. But if we're getting Marnied, this guy needs to go back to the bench or something. We could also just draw into a Quick Ball or an Ultra Ball because we still have 3 Quick Balls left and 2 Ultra Balls and Lumineon and Crobat. There's no way. That means the outs of drawing into boss is ridiculous. Okay, we are getting roped. Do we promote the Moltres? We do, can of course retreat even after we get Marnied, so that's nice. The only thing we are concerned about is getting boss's orders. Medicham? And now they would need everything, right? We will probably draw into boss, and I think Medicham's also weak to Psychic. Yeah, perfect. Quick Ball, Lumineon, boss, game, set and match. Here we go. Quick Ball. Even if they had Path to the Peak or whatever, it would have not mattered. Lumineon. Or as the people in French say, Lumineon. Let's go. I'm gonna eat up another Urshifu VMAX. Looks tasty. There we go, another victory. So back to back victories with Arceus VSTAR and the Malamar. How do you like that? How do you like that? One more for the road before we can say that this is definitely not a joke, not a meme deck. It actually works out. And we've used everything in the deck except for Pierce and the Raihan. I understand the Raihan that actually makes sure that you can do something if you get Meloetta KO'd. Pierce, I don't know. Don't know if I love the Pierce. You can get special energy, I guess. And the dark Pokemon. Not sure if I like the Pierce in here. You could also fetch your double turbo, but isn't it better to just play a 4 double turbo so you always have great starts? Come on. Ah, yeah, the Lumineon start. The Lumineon start. Perfect. You can also not get rid of this guy. Fighting type energy, Bibarel, double ordinary rod. What is this? Another rogue deck? At least we can get some mulligans. Oh, it's this kind of a deck. I know what this is. Get rid of a research. Get rid of the shopping center. Dang it. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, for sure. Nothing we can't handle though. We have the attachment of the turn onto Arceus first. We're gonna be switching Arceus VSTAR, double turbo, maybe bossing, either bossing or research, depends on what we top deck. This is a deck specifically designed to counter Arceus VSTAR, it seems. Okay, that's all they bring to the table? Well. Switch. Ultra Ball. Well, that makes my life a little bit easier. Now we can just simply research. Arceus VSTAR. There we go. And then a good old research. Slapping down the melee. We don't need anything else right now. Although getting 2 Malamar VMAXs, wouldn't that be something? Yeah, there we go. Let's go for the Star Birth, and we will get ourselves double turbo Marnie. Sounds like a deadly combo to me. Slapping this down, we can then quick ball, ordinary raw, do some funky stuff, and we should be good to go. We're up against one little Riolu. There we go, all the energy is going onto the Mali. And now we're gonna be max jamming on top of a Marnie, and they're gonna be crying. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, we get Air Balloon on top of it, so even if we don't have it, we can still slap 130 and knock out Lucario, so... What do they have in hand? Are they gonna concede? I saw a lot of Ordinary Rod, a lot of Bibarel, so they might have a lot of dead cards in their opening hand. They also did not have a supporter. Yeah, that's what I've told you. Malamar takes every single game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of Malamar VMAX and you got to see everything the deck can do. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many, many ways. I appreciate it a ton. Go check out our sponsors, cardmarket.com. If you are, a European player, you can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZapdosTCG. If you're looking for TCGO code cards, you can use the coupon code ZapdosTCG for 5% off over at PotownStore.com. And the codes are both compatible with TCG Online and TCG Live. If you're looking to play in real life, need some binders, sleeves, or deck boxes, look no further. Go click the affiliate link from Dragon Shield below, the best accessory website for the trading card game. There's also, if you want to create your own unique custom playmat, yourplaymat.com. Click the link down below, get 10% off your order by ordering a custom playmat for the new season. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace!